Hey, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Carl Wright. So I want y'all, do me a favor, man. I want y'all to pray for me, man, because it's a spiritual, it's an attack in the spiritual realm. You know what I'm saying? Because the scripture said we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness in high places. And so about a couple of minutes ago, I was in the middle of doing a video, and then all of a sudden, my video got cut off short. And there's always some type of reason why it's doing that. But we know, I mean, we as believers, we know what's going on in the spiritual realm. Because let me tell you something: when you are a bold soldier for the Lord, when you are a bold warrior for the Lord, let me tell you something. The devil, he's going to do everything that he can. The devil's going to do everything in his power to censor. He's going to do everything that he can to censor you. So we must be aware of the devil's devices. And Satan, I'm on you. I'm on you. I'm letting you know that right now. I'm on you. But anyway, so y'all just pray for me that God will prosper me in these videos that I make. Okay. Now, going back on what I was talking about, what I wanted to talk about is the evil deception and the myth of black victimhood. Uh, the evil deceptions of black victimhood. And so, how in the media, you know, they always like to victimize black people. About how black people are getting hunted down by the police, black people are constantly getting killed by the police. And let me tell you something. Before I say what I'm about to say, before I say what I'm about to say, I am got to lose a bunch. I realize that I may end up losing a whole bunch of friends for this, especially people of my own ethnicity. I might end up losing a whole bunch of friends for this, but it needs to be told because I would rather piss people off with the truth than to comfort people in a lie. So here's the truth. A lot of people like to say that black people is more likely to get killed by police officers, and I'm gonna tell you right now that is a lie. That is a deception from the enemy. Believe it or not, there's actually more white people make up most of the population of the United States than black people. So in all actuality, if you actually look up who's actually more likely to get killed by a police officer, it is actually white people, not black people. And so, with that being said, is that hold on one second. So, with that being said, is that the whole thing about black people getting killed, the whole thing about black people getting killed and hunted down by the police, it's all a big myth. It's a hoax. And now racism in itself has now become big business in this day and age. You know what I'm saying? Like people are using racism to make money off of it. It's become nothing but big business. And so now, that's like, for example, they say that the jailhouses are filled with black people. That's not true, none whatsoever. That is not true at all. The jailhouses are actually filled with more white people than black people, and the reason why is because of the simple fact that, again, going back on what I said, the white people make up most of the population of the U.S. than black people. Okay, if you actually look at the statistics of who is living off the system the most, there's actually more white people. Actually, there's actually more whites and Hispanics put together. There's actually more Caucasians and Hispanic people put together, living off the system put together than black people. You know what I'm saying? So when people be sitting up here talking about all this black victimhood, they don't have no facts. You know what I'm saying? They have no facts. They're just going by feelings. They're just going by opinions. They're just going by opinions. Uh, they just going by feelings, opinions, and their own personal agendas, and then things that they've been taught from one generation to another generation, and we teach it to our kids until the cycle continues. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people ask me, how did you get to this state in your life? Well, that's because I stopped watching the TV. I turned off the daggone TV. I turned off the TV and I stepped outside and I stepped into reality, okay? Let me tell you something. I have never, in my life ever lived in fear of my life getting taken by a white cop just because of my ethnicity. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I'd be more cautious around people who are committing crime and selling drugs or committing any acts of unrighteousness. That's what I'd be cautious of. You know what I'm saying? So this whole black victimhood thing it's just a myth. It's just a hoax. You know what I'm saying? Like Black Lives Matter. That's all just a bunch of bull crap. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, it ain't really got nothing to do with black lives. If anything, it's just another agenda to push in. It's basically a liberal movement pushing in feminism, same-sex agendas, LGBTQ. If anything, it's probably more. If anything, they probably feel like black female lives matter for real, but they don't care. They don't care about the lives of black males. They don't. It's not even about no black liberation. Again, it's all big business. It's all big business. Racism today has become big business. Okay, these people don't even know what they're talking about. Actually, I take it back. They do know what they're talking about because they know what they're doing, and they're making a profit of what they're making a profit of this so-called movement of Black Lives Matter. It's BS. It's bullcrap. Okay, and not only that, you see, it's a liberal movement, basically a movement of millennials. Okay, and who is Satan after the most? He is after the young generation. So if you notice in these type of movements, you see a lot of young people are a part of that, especially the young black liberals, you know what I'm saying, and the young white liberals. And so guess what? A lot of young people, they grew up in Christianity, you know what I'm saying? And so now they go to these university colleges to become so-called woke and enlightened, and so now they end up thinking that they do all these studies about, you know, slavery and what the white man have done in the name of Christianity, you know, all that type of stupid stuff and everything. So now they want to say that Christianity is an oppressive religion. That's bullcrap. You know what I'm saying? You're sitting up here taking stuff out of context. You know, okay, people do bad things in the name of Islam. You ain't saying nothing bad about them. So people, we got to see, we as believers in Jesus Christ, you know, we have to understand, we don't have to apologize for standing firm on conservative values, okay? We don't have to apologize because I know I'm not, okay? I'm not. And then a lot of you young black people, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to cut it out, okay? Ain't none of y'all lived in that time to know what that stuff feel like, okay? Y'all need to let go. We need to let go of the past and let's focus on the now and let's move on with the future, okay? Ain't none of us lived in that time to know what that stuff feel like. And then for all you white liberals who claim that my life matter, okay, if my life matter, okay, let's start with you. Give me everything you got. Give me my reparations. I don't care if you give it to me or not, but see, they don't really care about the lives of black people. They just do it because they want to have a badge of honor on their chest. Oh, look with me. I'm enlightened. I'm woke. Look what we're doing for black people. You ain't fooling me, okay? You ain't fooling me, you white liberals, all right? Because I know in all actuality, y'all really don't care about us, okay? Y'all just doing it to get glory for yourselves, okay? So cut the crap, okay? And just call yourself for what you really are, all right? You're all just a bunch of Marxists, all right? So this is, this is not about color, but at the same time, I am gonna tell it how it is. Black people, Democrats don't care about y'all. Democrats do not care about y'all. I'm gonna say this again. Black people, Democrats do not care about y'all. All right? Democrats don't care. They don't give a crap about y'all. They have not done nothing for y'all. Y'all keep voting them in. I mean, people be like, oh, well, they help us with welfare. They help us with all this giving. Okay, so they helping you with handouts, but they're not. You ain't seeing the trap in that. See, they giving you all that stuff. So guess what? The more we keep giving these niggas handouts, guess what? We'll have these niggas keep coming voting for Democrats. If you actually look up the history of the Democratic Party was the party of slavery, they was the party of Jim Crow, and they was the party of the Ku Klux Klan. A lot of people don't know that. See, the Republican Party was the ones who actually freed our ancestors from slavery. The Republican Party was the one who wanted to destroy segregation laws. Know your history, black people. Stop falling for the lies of these white liberals. See, this is the thing. Now slavery is now. This time we are dealing with slavery, another form of slavery where you can't even see the bars because your mind is a slave. See, a lot of people don't know that all the stuff that they do in this day and age. And I'm not trying to say that I'm not trying to say that all Republicans are innocent and that they're perfect. But listen. If you are a black person, you are a Christian, or if you're a Christian, period. You know what I'm saying? Stop voting for somebody. Stop voting for somebody just because they're black. Okay? Stop voting for somebody. And if you're a woman Christian, stop voting for somebody just because they're a woman. Okay? Look who has good values. Okay? Look at who's on the side of God. Vote for the party who's on the side of God. People will say, "Oh, what, you're a fascist? Oh, so you believe that God loves the Republicans? You believe that God is on the side of the Republicans?" No, I vote for the party who is on the side of God. Okay? And what I see, one thing I notice about the Democrats, okay, if you look at a lot of their agendas, a lot of their principles, a lot of their values, a lot of their principles line up with things that are completely anti-Christ, okay? Vice versa with the Republican Party. They want to keep things conservative, okay? What's wrong with wanting to keep America conservative? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with wanting to keep America? What's wrong with wanting to keep Christian principles in America? What's wrong with wanting to keep prayer in school? What's wrong with that? See, that's what's wrong with this country now. It's because that's because they're taking it out of it. You know what I'm saying? They taking prayer out of school. They taking prayer out of our country. They taking God out of everything. And if I'm being honest with you, it's really starting to piss me off. You know what I'm saying? Because see, back in the day when people worship the devil, people used to worship the devil behind clothes. They used to keep it hidden. But they now they making it be known that they worshiping the devil. They worshiping the devil openly now. I mean, I'm talking about they letting it be known. And then you got a TV show, what you call it? You got a TV show that I remember what's the TV show called? No, it's not a TV show. It's Buzz Lightyear. It's a movie, Buzz Lightyear. I remember watching the movie Buzz Lightyear, and because I ain't gonna lie, I watched the movie because it's based off a Toy Story, the little kid story. Man, I'm sitting up here watching this show, and it had a lesbian couple in there. Like, how far is it gonna go? When does it end? And now it's like, I mean, back in the day, if you was gay, whatever. But now they feel like they gotta push that stuff down our throat. Like they gotta force it down on. I mean, now they pushing on our kids in school. And like I said, it is pissing me off. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. It's getting to the point where it's like now, I don't have kids, but if I do have kids, I don't even think I want to take them to public school. I think I just probably want to have them homeschooled. And I'm pretty sure what I'm talking about right now is probably pissing people off right now as we speak. But I don't care because I have freedom of speech and I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. But like I said, man, it's like, man, now things are getting out of control. And let me tell you something, if we don't stop voting listen, we need to stop voting for, and I'm not sitting up saying, I'm not one of them type of Christians where I say that I try to push all Christians to get involved with politics. No, but what I am saying is that you need to think about who you're voting for, man. When Barack Obama was in office, a lot of black people only voted for him just because he was black. Okay, you just vote for him just because he's black? You got a man to sit up here and legalize abortion, all right? But yet you're going to still vote for him just because he's black. Then when Hillary Clinton ran for office, you know what I'm saying? A lot of women only voted for her just because she was a woman. I personally don't have a problem with a woman being president. All right, I don't. But it dang sure can't be Hillary Clinton or it can't be that witch Kamala Harris, because that's exactly what she is. She's a witch. And it's like, you see, this is the thing. Like this is the new slavery now. People just want to support somebody just because their ethnicity or because of their gender. I don't have a problem with a black president. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm being honest with you, back in high school, I was in high school when Barack Obama got elected, and I ain't gonna lie, I was like, yay, hooray! But I was also not. I didn't know how to think for myself. I was just on the bandwagon. But then when I got older, got born again, filled with the Holy Ghost, I started seeing some things about Barack Obama, and he was not what I thought he would be. You know what I'm saying? So I stopped supporting him. I'll support him in my prayer. Here's the thing. I will support him in my prayer life, but I will not support him in my political life. That's just like the president that we have right now. I don't have a problem praying for Joe Biden. I will pray for him politically. I will pray for him. I will support him in my spiritual life, in my Christian life, but I will not support him in my political life. See, this is the problem. People, we need to stop voting for somebody just because they're our kind. Like that's just like if I got a family member that was running for Congress or running for governor or whatever, you know, I'm not gonna. I mean, don't get it wrong. I love my family, but I'm not gonna vote for somebody just because they're my family, just because they're my relative. I want to see what your principles are like. I want to see what your values are like. And if your values are not lining up with what godly values are, and it's like, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm not going. I'll support you prayer. I will support you in my prayer life, but I will not support you in my political life. And you can take that to the bank. You know, we need to stop thinking. We need to stop looking in the eyes of color and blood and gender, and we need to start looking on who's on the side of God. Okay, excuse me. You know, I thank God for politicians. I thank God for politicians like Candace Owens. You know, I thank God for people like, you know, Ben Carson, Ben Shapiro. Even though that dude's not saved, you know, he needs to get saved, get born again. But nevertheless, I thank God for his boldness to stand up and not bow down to the liberal left. You know, I thank God for our strong conservative people. Uh, Heck, I thank God for Donald Trump. You know, I thank God for Donald Trump. You know, I'm praying that the man. Don't get it wrong. We don't be storming the state capitol like like all the. Anyway, but look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm praying to God that he gets reelected in 2024. But if he doesn't, but if he doesn't, guess what? God is still in control. But let me tell you something. Donald Trump, man, that man was the real deal. That call me what you want to call me. You can say to me whatever you want to say to me. But that man was the real deal. That man, when that man was in office, man, he done more for black people than Barack Obama, George Bush, and Bill Clinton put together. That man has done. Don't get it wrong. He done more for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because see, when Barack Obama got it, when Donald Trump got in office, the slogan was "Make America Great Again." So when black people heard that slogan, they thinking that Donald Trump was only going to make things great for white people. And then the funny thing about that, a lot of the redneck white people, the redneck racist white people, they thought the same thing. But then when Donald Trump got in office, it's like we we saw something completely different. You know, when he said "Make America Great Again," he literally meant make America great again. And like I said, this man, he did make things great for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because Donald Trump was for the people of the United States. So it didn't matter if you were black, white, Asian, Hispanic. If you were born and raised here in the United States of America, he was going to put you first. You know what I'm saying? And we need someone. And not only that, he believed in putting the people first. You know what I'm saying? And then he established Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. And what does the Bible say about those who support Israel? In Genesis chapter 12, he said, "I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse those who curse you." Okay, what is America known for doing? America has always supported Israel. Okay, America has always been a God-fearing nation. Okay. We may not have been perfect, okay? We may have made some mistakes in the past, but nevertheless, we have always been a God-fearing nation. We've always supported Israel, and that's why this nation has been blessed, okay? Yes, I'm not going to sit up here and say America's not. I'm not going to sit up here and make a statement that America is flawless because it's not. But nevertheless, America is Let me tell you something. God has had his hands on this country. The fact that I can go outside and preach the gospel and share the good news without nobody telling me, without getting arrested. Listen, that sounds like a great nation to me. You know what I'm saying? There are countries where you can't do that. God rest, God, and don't get it wrong. Still a blessing for them too because they get to go home, you know. But we live in a free country. Even for me to be doing this video right now in this area, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. There might be some people that might be getting pissed off at what I'm saying right now. But guess what? That's not my problem. That's their problem. You want to know why? Because the First Amendment says that I have freedom of speech, so I can talk about what I want to talk about. Okay, and guess what? Can't nobody do nothing about it. Why? Because I have freedom of speech. Okay, I have freedom of speech, and I will embrace my amendment rights. You know, so I say all that to say that I know listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. Black people, listen, wake up. That's all I'm gonna say. Black people, wake up and please understand that the Democrats don't care about y'all. Democrats don't care about y'all. White liberals don't care about y'all. They don't care about y'all. They're just using y'all. So again, I just want to say God bless you. God bless you all. Have a blessed day. Stay strong. In Jesus' name. God bless you.